So you've been anywhere nice on your holidays? You're not really going anywhere, I suppose, are you? Hi, my name's Ben, and I'm a puppeteer. I'm also part of Autin Dance Theatre's creative team working on their new outdoor production called Out of the Deep Blue. This will feature a dancer and a large-scale sea giant puppet called Echo, operated by 5 puppeteers. This video is part of a web series of 5 short films dealing with the themes of climate change and other environmental issues. And so because of that, we've been making puppets out of recyclable materials and things you'll be able to find around the house, like milk bottles, yogurt pots and cereal boxes. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this marionette bird, which was designed by a friend of mine called Sam Wyer, who is not only a great puppet designer, he's also a costume and set designer too. Find out more about him in the description below. So I'll show you what we're going to need, and then we'll get started. To make a puppet, you will need some thin card, one large plate and one small plate, some coloured pages from a magazine, some plastic bottle tops, 2 Kebab Skewers, a ball of Blutack or Plasticine, a sharp pencil, a ruler, some glue, a marker pen, and scissors, sticky tape and string. Take a piece of thin card and lay your small plate along one edge so there's about 20 centimeters diameter. Draw a semicircle and then cut this out. With a ruler and a pencil, mark the center point. Then, using your pencil like the hand of a clock, pull the card from underneath so that it starts to bend and curve. Then bend the card into a cone shape with about a quarter of it overlapping. Stick this together with some tape. This cone will be the head of your puppet. Next, cut out lots of triangular shapes of coloured paper. And with some glue, stick these onto the cone. Starting with the rim and working your way to the tip. Gradually build up the layers of paper until the whole thing is covered. Where the card is overlapped is the bottom of the head. At a point a third of the way down from the rim, using a sharp pencil, make a hole. You don't want this hole to be too big, just large enough to get a piece of string through. Then on the opposite side of the cone, again about a third of the way in, make 2 holes on either side of the top of the head. Finally, make a hole in the centre of the beak on the top. Next, take 2 plastic bottle tops and with a marker pen, draw on 2 pupils. With some glue, cover half of the bottle top and stick this to the side of the head just in front of one of the side holes. Repeat this with the other eye. Sticking it just in front of the other side hole. Next, take another piece of card and with your large plate at about 25 cm diameter, draw around half of it and cut it out. Mark the center point and then bend the card around the pencil. And form the card into a cone. Secure this with some tape. This cone will be the body of your puppet, and then, like the head, cover it in coloured paper. Starting with the rim, working your way down till it's completely covered. Where the card overlaps, and about a third of the way in from the top, pierce 2 holes, one on either side of the overlap. These 2 holes can be quite big, so you can push the pencil right through. Next, opposite these holes on the top, a third of the way in, pierce a hole. And then push your pencil through the tip of the cone to open a hole there as well. Next, take a 10 by 10 cm piece of coloured paper and roll this around a pencil into a tube. Using glue to keep it in place. Roll the pencil before taking the tube off in order to stick the paper together. Cut this tube into 5 2 cm long pieces. This will be the neck of the puppet. If you don't have enough coloured paper, you could cut out a square of plain paper and stick on a small section of colour. Then cut this into a square. and roll it as normal. You could also use paper that has words printed on it, which would give the tube a striped effect. Next, cut out 2 pieces of coloured paper 10 by 16 centimeters. And roll these lengthways around a pencil. These will be the legs of the puppet. Cut off a 1 centimeter piece and then 7 centimeters, and then another 1 centimeter piece. Repeat this with the other tube. Next we'll make the feet. Take a piece of card and a plastic bottle top lid. Draw 2 circles and cut them out. Set these aside for later. Take 2 plastic bottle tops and using a sharp pencil and a lump of Plasticine or Blutack, pierce a hole in the centre of both of them. Make sure the pencil goes right through. To make the tail, take 3 pieces of coloured paper of different lengths, 10 centimeters wide. Stick them together just along the top of each one. And then cut long strips into them. Making sure to stop 2 centimeters before the end. Now roll this around a pencil and stick just the top 2 centimeters. Take 2 kebab skewers and cut off the sharp ends and then cut them in half. Cut out 2 3 by 3 centimeter pieces of card and using a piece of tape, stick 1/2 of the stick halfway across one of the squares. Then with the other half, stick that 1/3 of the way along the stick. Then stick the squares together. To form a T-shape. Repeat this with the other stick. These will be the controls. You could always use chopsticks or pencils if you don't have kebab skewers. Next, cut 3 30 centimeter pieces of string, 1 40 centimeter piece of string, 2 60 centimeter pieces of string, and 1 length of string of 110 centimeters. Wrap tape around the ends of each piece of string and at both ends of the longer piece. Take one of your controls and the 30 centimeter pieces of string. Tie one string to the long end of the control and the other two to the shorter length. Take the other control and the 40cm piece of string and the two 60cm pieces of string. Tie the 40cm string to the long end of the control and the two 60cm pieces of string to the shorter ends. Set out your puppet with the head, the 5 pieces of neck, the body, a long piece of leg, the knees, the other leg, and the ankles, and the 2 feet, and the 110cm piece of string. Take the long piece of string and fold it in half. Thread the folded end through the bottom hole of the head. And tie a double knot in it. Next, thread each piece of the neck onto both strings. Then thread both ends of the string through the end of the body cone. Now split the string and thread one string through each of the holes in the bottom side of the body. Then thread your leg pieces onto the string. First a long piece, then a small piece, a long piece, and a small piece. Finally, thread a bottle top onto the string. Make sure that the string isn't pulled too tight and the leg has movement, and then with a small piece of tape, stick the string to the inside of the bottle top and cut off the excess. Repeat this with the other leg. The puppet's now connected, so we need to add on the controls. Take the control with the 3 30cm lengths and take the string that's on the long end of the control and thread that through the hole in the top of the beak. Tie a double knot in it and pull the string back. Then thread each of the other strings through the holes behind the eyes, tying double knots and pulling the string tight. Then take the other control and thread the 40 cm length of string through the hole in the top of the body. Tie a double knot and pull the string back. Next, thread the 60 cm string through the top of the ankle and then through the hole in the bottle top. Repeat this on the other side. Hold the body up and pull the feet down the string. Holding the feet firmly, pull the body up so that the legs straighten, but not completely. You want to have a small amount of bend in them. Then stick this string down and cut off the excess. Then with a small piece of Blutack or Plasticine and one of your circles of card, stick the Blutack to the card and then push the bottle top onto the Blutack, securing it in place. And repeat with the other foot. Finally, we need to add the tail. Decide which way up you think the tail hangs best, and then cut a centimetre slit on either side of the end. Then, in line with the top string, slide that onto the body. Now the puppet's complete, let me show you how it's operated. The controls at the back here support the body and move the feet just by pivoting up and down. And as you move forwards, the weight of the feet should draw the legs forwards or backwards. And then the control for the head, well, basically whichever way you point it, it's where the bird is looking. Now, of course, depending on the colour of your paper, the bird could look quite different. And we'd love to see what your birds look like. Make a short video and introduce us to them. Tell us a bit about them. I'm going to call this one Becky. Beaky Becky, the beautiful bird, and this one Bernie. Bernie, the bothersome bird. It's quite a nuisance, this one. But yeah, take a video, upload it to social media using the hashtag outofthedeepblue, or send it to us using the information below. And in the meantime, have fun, be kind, and let's protect the planet together.